Call to the public. Call.
Silence! I kill you! Hello, everybody. Welcome to a spooky-filled episode of What's Cool and What's Not Cool. I'm the scary dude, Cullen, better known as Big Cman. Ooh. Okay, in the old days, we all remembered Treehouse of Horror bits from the show The Simpsons. Halloween segments that are featured on The Simpsons are pretty damn hilarious, and others are just a little strange. Not that strange, but they could be kind of strange. Today's episode is about the Treehouse of Horror segments. Okay, the rule is I will not do the bit The Raven, but I'll do other Simpson bits. Since the Raven bit was actually written by Edgar Allan Poe. So here it is. I created a monster with Treehouse of Horror segments. First up, first Halloween episode, Bad Dream House. That is a cool Treehouse of Horror segment. This was a very classical Simpsons Halloween bit where these guys just ended up going to this house out of nowhere. The walls are bleeding. It's like, make the walls bleed. No. The Bad Dream House actually imploded and committed suicide while living with the Simpsons. Dial Z for zombies. That is a cool Treehouse of Horror segment. My favorite bit in that bit, Bart was wearing a vinyl record of Michael Jackson's Thriller when he ends up sending up zombies. You know what was pretty funny as hell? Bart Simpson said my name. He was like, Cullen, blah 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 blah, Trebek, Walmart. Homer 3, or Homer Cubed. That is a cool Treehouse of Horror segment. Or if you don't remember, this is funny. Homer transformed into the third dimension. It was like, cool, that's awesome. My favorite quote is the classic, holy macaroni! That took like a long time to make that 3D animation bit. But yeah, that skit was featured in live action at the end of the episode. This is the Time and Punishment. That is a cool Treehouse of Horror segment. The weirdest part was Homer had a toaster and he ends up going back in time. I don't know why Mr. Peabody and Sherman were featured, but the funniest part was like, that's right, Mr. Peabody. Quiet, you. I didn't know a dog could get pissed off in reality. What sucks in that episode, if you ever squish anything, weird stuff might happen. Ghost, Dad. That is a cool Simpsons Treehouse of Horror segment. Couldn't be even without Ghost, Dad. Homer dies and he becomes a ghost. My favorite was Mrs. Skinner dying. Ow. Homer had to try to do one good deed, and what sucked was God didn't even pay attention. He was like, oh, I'm sorry, Homer. We didn't pay attention. Terror at 5.5 feet. That is not a cool Treehouse of Horror segment. That sucked. The weirdest part in that skit is where Bart is in a bus being afraid of a gremlin. The funniest part is it killed Flanders. Howdy ho, Bart! Political people are gonna hate me. Citizen Kang. That is not a cool Treehouse of Horror segment. Why the crap do we have to talk about politics? In this bit, Homer sees Kang and Kodos become Bill Clinton and Bob Dole, just like blah 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 blah. Vote Bob Dole. That was 1996 to be exact. It sucks. Easy Bake Coven. That is not a cool Treehouse of Horror segment. It's stupid. Marge Simpson becomes a witch. Man, I think Marge was fucked up doing shit like this. Like, I don't know why we see a bunch of witch people scare the hell out of people. Who is it? Witches! Wow, Marge and Patty and Selma are fucking witches. And the best part is, they gave them candy for their trick-or-treat prize. Life's a glitch, then you die. God, that is not a cool Treehouse of Horror segment. I think they were about to count down to the year 2000 and it was like, what the fuck just happened? It was like, everything is sucky now. The weirdest part is we see celebrities like Pauly Shore, Tom Arnold, Rosie O'Donnell, and the guy nobody likes, Al Sharpton, the fucking Reverend. Like with their faces like... They were just being goofy as hell. Oh, look at this. Scary tales can come true. God, that is not a cool Treehouse of Horror segment. That sucked. The weirdest part in the story is where Bart and Lisa become weird, fucked up people. They go to some witch's house for the weirdest shit ever. And the funniest part is Homer's a fish. Homer as a fish is fucking hilarious. It's just like, oh no, it's me! And then, what was so funny? The witch fucking dies. Yeah, the fire killed the witch. Because she sucked. And so did the skit. Spooky. So what have we learned about this episode? Treehouse of Horror segments I like are cool. Treehouse of Horror segments I do not like are not cool. Alright, I'd like to thank Smosh. I'd like to thank James Rolfe, the angry video game nerd. I'd like to thank Katie's Opinion, Look at Me 123, ChangeTheChannel.com, Off the Hook, and everybody who is watching this. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed the spooky episode of what's cool and what's not cool. Thanks for watching. Now I'm going to have an erotic cake. Good night.